All right. All right, class. So in lesson 2.5, what we're talking about is how to solve an equation. And the goal that I want you to remember when solving an equation is always to try to get the variable by itself. That's what we're trying to do in solving an equation, is get the variable by itself. Now, what that means is by itself on one side of the equation, so that the variable equals whatever's on the other side. Okay? Look at this line. See how it divides the equation into two sides? You call it a left side and a right side. Okay? There are two sides here. On the left side, you have $170 and X. So you have two terms. On the right side, you've got one term, $200. Everybody see that? Okay. Now, in order to solve the equation, you have to get rid of the term that's on the same side as the variable. Okay? Now, when we are adding and subtracting positive and negative numbers, we learned about what opposites are. Opposites are the negative if the number is positive, or it's the positive if the number is negative. So the opposite of $170 is negative $170. Whatever equals 0. Basically what you're doing is getting rid of that number on this side so that all you have left is X. Okay? Now we know that 0 plus any number is that number, even if the number is X. This is the identity property, right? So we show and we prove that this is the solution by getting rid of the number. By adding the opposite to get 0 on the same side as the variable, which leaves just the variable. And then on the other side, adding the same thing. If we add negative 170 on this side, we have to add negative 170 on this side, which proves that $30 is equal to X. That proves the answer. And that's what you're doing with solving equations. You are the lawyers. This is the courtroom. You have to prove that X equals $30. And you prove it not by just writing $30, but by showing that if we take off 170 from both sides, X is $30. Okay? Dylan.
So how would you know that 200 is the top?
200 is given to you, isn't it?
Okay.
Okay? 200 is already in the equation. And now we have to prove that X is $30. Okay? So, that's what we're going to be working on for today. I've got a worksheet for you next.